Good morning. I am Suresh Kumar, National Administrative Coordinator for Policy Brigade, Dignified Independence. This is the third time I am coming in front of you with a video regarding to the Policy Brigade training material. Okay, we have uploaded a couple of videos before explaining the basics of this NGO and another video explaining the details about the task which you need to complete. Okay, so we got a lot of replies asking about different kinds of doubts, and the main question which arises from most of the people are, there is one question which came from most of the people. We want to address that particular issue and make a special video for that. It means what to do when a policy brigade get a project file. So we are going to address that issue in this particular video. Okay, we have created a WhatsApp number specially for this and an email ID. You can directly send your files to this WhatsApp number and email ID, and it will directly reach the National Chief Coordinator Dr. Nawab Wajid, and he will be able to reply you within 96 hours. Okay, so I am going to read out the number here. It is 62829 76252, and the email ID is business@un-ngo.org. I'll repeat again. It's 62829 76252, and the email ID is business@un-ngo.org. Okay, now I'll explain what are the points you need to mention in the file. The first thing you need to mention is the basic idea about the business and the project. The second thing is how much amount required for that particular entrepreneur. The third point is how much amount this entrepreneur has to invest as a self-contribution. Usually what happens, no project will get absolute 100% loan. It will be like 80% or 90%, and 20 or 10 to 20% should come from the entrepreneur himself as a self-contribution. Okay. And the fourth point is whether the entrepreneur is willing to give any collateral security for the project. There is a scheme called Prime Minister's Credit Guarantee Scheme. According to this scheme, an entrepreneur can get a loan up to 10 crores without a collateral security, provided that particular entrepreneur doesn't have any property in his name. So what happens when somebody is having a project which is genuine and feasible, and if that project is creating enough employment opportunities, new employment opportunities, he can file an affidavit stating all these details and say that I don't have any property in my name. I have a project and it is genuine, feasible, and it is creating this much employment opportunities. Please give assurance for this project. This request will go to the Prime Minister. It will go to the Prime Minister's office, and that formalities will be completed. And if the project is genuine, the entrepreneur will get the loan without any collateral security. So you need to mention that also. If this particular entrepreneur is looking for a program under Prime Minister's Credit Guarantee Scheme. Okay. The fifth and the final point, the major point he needs to mention is whether he is ready to provide a detailed project report and feasibility report for the project, or do they need help from Dignified Independence to provide that? Because a detailed project report and a feasibility report is a mandatory for any project loans above 50 lakhs. So I'll explain you three categories. See, if the project is for below 20 lakhs, you don't need a detailed project report. You just need a simple project report, but I will explain you what are the points you need to cover in the project. The first thing you need to explain in the project report is a profile of the business. The profile of the person and the connection of that particular person with the business. Let's say, for example, a person with an automobile engineering degree is planning to start a medical shop. It will not match. The profile will not match. If that particular person is planning to start an automobile workshop, the profile will match. For a medical shop, if a person with a pharmacy degree is planning to do that, then that profile will match. Otherwise, what happens if a person, any person can start any business, but they need to have a relevant experience in that field, at least 5 years to 10 years experience, then they can go for it. So the bank will look at the profile first. The second thing the bank will look at is the investment amount. After getting the loan, how the amount is going to be utilized. That needs to be explained. The third point is how much is the gross income on net income expected on a monthly basis, on an yearly basis and a monthly basis. Because the EMI and the time period for the loan will be decided based on the expected income. Okay, so the last point which needs to be mentioned in the project report is concerned feasibility. I'll explain you with an example. If somebody is planning to open a tea shop in an area, in a location where there is no other tea shop in at least 500 meters or 1 kilometer distance, then it is automatically feasible, that area. And if that particular person is planning to open a tea shop in an area where there are 5 to 6 tea shops, that is a different scenario. So in a project report, all these points need to be mentioned. So always it is better, it is recommendable for every entrepreneur to go for a support from a professional management company to create this profile, create this project report. If the entrepreneur make a project report by himself, or even if he go to a chartered accountant, we cannot be sure that they will provide a project report which could be at least guarantee that the loan will get passed. So a help from a professional management company is what we recommend. Okay, so this is for a simple project. Now I am going to tell you about the detailed project report. What is a detailed project report? It will explain the process from a raw material to the final product. Say for example, if somebody is planning to open a business of an orange juice, so what will happen? The detailed project report will explain the different kinds of oranges available from around India and around the world, which are the countries we can import that material, and what are the price range, and what are the combinations, specialities of some kind of oranges, and what are the machineries used for processing that unit, and where they can be imported, and what are the specifications, and what are the nutritional value of the final product. All these details will be explained in a DPR, and detailed project report usually comes to around 200 to 300 pages. So this should be made by a professional management company. And then comes the feasibility report. What is a feasibility report? Like DPR is a process from raw material to the final product, feasibility report is a process from final product till profit. We need to make sure this final product will be sold. So feasibility report will also be provided by a professional management company that will explain the process of the business which they recommend for over a period of 10, 15, 20 years. But in nutshell, when you say what is it, you need a final purchaser for this product. Assuming that this particular businessman made around 1 million bottle of orange juices, does he have a buyer? If he already got a buyer or a company who is guaranteed to buy this product from him, the business is feasible. So if the entrepreneur has a final buyer, then it is very easy to get a loan. Otherwise what happens, this professional management company which we recommend will get you a buyer and we will make it feasible. So that is the difference between DPR feasibility report. So in the project, in the file you mentioned, you need to clearly mention that if the entrepreneur is willing to provide a DPR and feasibility report on his own from a different company, or do they need help from Dignified Independence. Okay, these are the points you need to cover. Finally, when you say, even for those files of skill development, employment opportunities related to Ensenanza, employment opportunities like merchandiser opportunities related to Honest Harvest, the same email and WhatsApp can be used to send your report, including the person's CV, professional experience and all the details. I hope this point is clear. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.